We're keeping tabs on the Cleveland Browns as we're on Shedeur Sanders' watch every single day, relaying the news. And today, we're going to talk about the media.
Right now, it's Shedeur Sanders, right? I mean, there is just so much content, so much debate, so much vitriol over Shedeur Sanders. They have remained relevant even when they're not winning. And I really ended up liking him as a person as well, and I still do. I think they really looked at it and thought, he's going to be fine here. So it really hasn't been him as much as it has been everything around him. And a lot of it is social media and regular media, but it's really not Shedeur putting himself in the eye of the storm. It's more so just all of the ancillary stuff around him.
Be real. Be honest. Tell the truth here. Shedeur Sanders killing it in rookie camp. Beating out Gabriel in rookie camp. OTAs. Minicamp. Beating him out there. And then we get to training camp. And we have a run of practices. Dillon Gabriel completing like 20 to 30% of his passes. Shedeur Sanders, that whole time, 70 to 80% of his passes completed. Looking good on the field. There's practices out there where we're waiting for him to get reps. And I'm watching the live tweets. And I'm refreshing. His name ain't being found.
And a lot of it is social media and regular media.
And he, evidently, from what has been reported, and from what I understand, and you guys understand, during that time, has earned it, but never got the opportunity. Never got reps with the ones. Very few opportunities with the twos, even though he looked good with the twos. Every time he was with the twos, he cashed out. He looked good.
Or are you trying to still make money off his jersey? Do you see him as a football player, or do you see him as a marketing tool? That's what you need to decide, because the people that want to see him football are getting really frustrated.
Dillon Gabriel got opportunities with the ones. And the thing is, a lot of people will come here and say, well, he was a third-round pick, and he was a fifth-round pick. Okay. Now, you put this on any other depth chart here, and when those late-round guys start cashing out at that high of a level, they get more opportunities. They get more chances. And that is why we keep talking about him. That is why he's in the media nonstop. It's not just a name. It's not just his dad. It's not just Colorado. We've been watching the live tweets. A lot of people coming to the channel. You guys, even, the media, has been talking nonstop about the opportunities, about practice, about there being 4 quarterbacks. How's it going to add up here? Dividing the pie of touches. Kenny Pickett getting traded. And if it weren't for this, they wouldn't be talking about this on ESPN radio. ESPN Cleveland. They would not be talking about this. If Shedeur, in his moments, was bad in practice, throwing picks, this would be a dead issue. It's not a dead issue. It's not. Now, if you only watched that last preseason game, and that's where your opinion come from, well, you're late to the party. Because you do not understand that this has been going on since May. This has been happening since rookie camp. And he's been cashing in. And we've been waiting every single practice. Watching the reports. I come here. I read all the tweets. I don't wait for articles to come out. I show all the clips that I gather during that time. Whatever gets released after, I'll show the next day. We talk about practice. We talk about when he comes in, when he comes out. We look at what Gabriel's doing. We look at, I think he just missed one there. We look at what Kenny Pickett's doing. I did a video earlier this week, and it was crazy. It was just them throwing the ball at the net. And Gabriel missed the net bad on 2 throws. Someone in the comment section said that drill was not fair. Like it wasn't there. Someone said that wasn't fair. It wasn't fair. All I'm asking is for some extra reps, some opportunity, because he earned it. And you may say, well, you're not a coach. You don't know this. You don't know that. Well, have you ever ran a team before? Have you ever ran any team? Any team. From McDonald's to Cells or whatever. Have you ever ran a team? Someone's running hot. You kind of give them a little extra opportunities. That's kind of how that works. You kind of do that. Even if it's just a little bit. Like you give them a little bit more opportunities with the ones. You want to see if this is real. You put a little bit more on their plate. You want to give them some opportunity to be a leader, to be this, to be that. That didn't happen here. Your beat writers aren't stepping up for you because Dillon Gabriel came in and said that the beat writers were entertainment right to their face.
There's a quote that you said, there's entertainers and competitors, and I'm a competitor, and I understand there's entertainers. What context was that quote given?
All you in this room are entertainers, and you have a job to do, and I respect it, right? And I'm a competitor, so I have a job to do as well. And I think, just understanding that, that's how I've lived by, and I've said that multiple times, so definitely not a new quote, but something that I've definitely said.
So you were referring to media as the entertainer?
Yeah, I just said that.
Can you, and just to clarify, I think, how social media is, I think some people are trying to take that as something that you probably did not mean it as. Some people are trying to make it out to be sort of a shot at Shedeur. Can you just
Yeah,
explain?
first off, I'm all about our team, and each other. I would never make that, and I've said it before, that's why it's interesting, but for me, I've explained it. Entertainers are you all, competitor. That's what I am, and all my teammates, and we both have jobs to do. So that's it.
And they did not come back with a response saying, hey, what's your example? What's your example of us causing you to react this way? What's that example? They don't push back on anything. They weren't pushing back in that clip saying, hey, it's because this, and this is happening right now in training camp. Everybody's confused. No. They said, well, we're just talking about it. We're just talking about it. We're just talking about it. The media, this guy on YouTube. Shedeur, he's been a great guy. Shedeur's been quiet. It ain't because of that. It's because of what's going on in practice. We're getting no clarity. Half of it's due to the beat reporters not driving clarity. Dillon Gabriel told them right to their face that they were just entertainment, and they did not have a follow-up question. They did not have a follow-up to that. In that interview, right there, you saw Mary Kay. She did not really come out and just say, hey, we have a lot of these things. Connecting the dots here. We have a quarterback here, drafted in the 5th round, who's playing well throughout practice, but not getting extra opportunities. Not an extra series in practice with the ones, not extra this or that, to see what's under the hood. They have 2 first-round draft picks next year. They're married into using those. They're going to use those first-round draft picks.
What would it take for the Browns to be convinced that they do have the future quarterback and not draft one in the first round next year?
I don't think they can be convinced of that, to be honest with you. I don't think Gabriel's going to get enough starts to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt. I don't think Shedeur will either. And if one of these guys, over the course of their 4-year contracts, prove it, you still take a quarterback next year. You're going to need backups under their rookie contract.
Yeah,
you're not going to be dabbling in the Kenny Pickett market next year for a backup. You're going to need 2 of these guys on the team to be backups or starters, and then draft a rookie also.
And if they're not going to see what's under the hood here with these 2 quarterbacks and allow them to compete, I mean, one went on a big cold run in training camp. The other one was running hot for like 3 months straight, 4 months straight. And you're telling me we can't adjust things? We got to stay with what the draft capital said? And people be in the comments, they'll be like, well, one was drafted 3, one was drafted 5. You got to understand. Like, no, things change. Things change once someone starts playing better in practice. Oh, did you happen to see did you happen to see the last 5 months of practice? Did you happen to see that? Sit down. Did you see that first preseason game? No, sit down. You're going off 5 drives. 5 drives here. We don't have competition. Someone asked in the last YouTube video about Bailey Zappe. Zappe's going to be on the practice squad, and it's going to be Flacco, Gabriel, Shedeur with how they got things. If Flacco goes down, Zappe comes up to QB3. That way they don't have to scramble and pick up a quarterback. They got somebody that knows the system. Because you got Gabriel back there, and he's super green. If he gets hurt, next thing you know, you just got Shedeur. That's one thing you're looking at. There's no conspiracy with that. The conspiracy would be, if you want to look at it, if you want to think about that, Deshaun Watson comes back midseason. They do whatever. It's the Browns. It's the Browns. There's nothing analytical there. They do something with Deshaun Watson. They got to do something with the quarterbacks. They're trying to win as many games as possible with Flacco. Try and backdoor into the playoffs somehow. That's their goal. Their goal is to win as many games with Flacco.
I don't know if it's the leash on Joe. It's like, okay, at what point do we hear talk about if Dillon Gabriel is ready to step into that starting role? Because, we're trying to balance two things at once here, Nathan. It's hard. We're trying to win now, but we're also trying to figure out what we have so we can get ready for the future. It's a tough needle to thread.
It is, but I think that the priority one is winning now. So I think Joe Flacco, right? If Joe Flacco goes out there and we're 4-1, or I think as long as we're in the mix and Joe Flacco's playing well, I think Joe Flacco, if he has a great season, there's no reason why he couldn't start 17 games, because that means we're winning. That means we're in playoff contention. I think that, yes, you want to thread that needle, but I think Dillon Gabriel's opportunity likely would only come in the event of an injury to Joe Flacco, or if we get to a point in the season where things are not going the way that we wanted them to go. And so now let's get some evaluation. Let's see that Dillon Gabriel. Let's see how he develops. And then for Dillon Gabriel, when that time for him comes, his whole goal is to make sure that he gets to keep playing and you don't see a tranche of Shedeur Sanders. I think it's possible you could see all three this year. I certainly think that if Joe Flacco, though, plays well, and this is a Browns team that goes into the month of December in playoff contention, there's no reason to think that Joe Flacco still wouldn't be the quarterback at that time if he's playing well. And I think if we're in playoff contention and Joe Flacco's the quarterback, that means he is playing well.
They're probably locked in to using those picks on a quarterback. They're probably locked in on that. Like, they were not expecting this. They weren't expecting this. The thing is, we got to keep driving up the heat. We got to keep driving up the heat on this. We got to keep talking about this. And I'm not even asking for Shedeur to start. Some of you guys aren't. I don't care. You can. I don't care. I mean, opinions are opinions. I'm just asking for some opportunities in practice. And it's hurting both quarterbacks. It's hurting both quarterbacks. Because Shedeur's rocking with 3s, 4s, guys that are not even on the team anymore, equipment guys. Like, that's timing, that's rhythm, different strategies, different looks. Coming in practice cold because you're waiting and still coming in completing 70-80% of your passes. Like, no one's thinking about that. He's coming in cold some of these practices and hitting 70-80%. Not cold because he ain't sitting still, but you know what I'm saying. You got Gabriel with those runs of practices late July. Picks, balls batted down, missing his targets. I got it all here on video. I got it all here. You guys late to the party, those talking about just that preseason game. You guys late to the party. You're just late. You're just late. Talking about what's all over the media. What's all there. I got all the practice clips here. I collect them. I forage them for you guys. And I read all the tweets. Sometimes I just pull up the tweets and we talk about it. For months. For months. And you can say I'm writing on Shedeur, but I'd be writing on anybody because all I do is cover training camps. You look through my channel. I cover training camps, mini camps, and OTAs. This is the hot story. And this is one you got to lean into when you're doing my kind of work. And it's a weird line of work. That's why I'm down the middle. Because when I do see something that he needs to improve on, I'll call it out. I'm very positive with it because I'm not a negative person. I'm positive with everything. But I'll call it out. And some people argue against it. But still, I think the main thing, he needs more reps and more opportunity. And he's earned it. He's earned it. All those first-round quarterbacks in next year's draft are not going to be excited to go to this team. That's what they're proving right now. Why would you be excited to go to this team? You see Deshaun Watson lurking there. You see what they're doing with Shedeur. And it's not Shedeur. You can just call him round 5 quarterback. Let's just call him that, round 5 quarterback, because half people get upset whenever they see him because they're biased. And they call him round 5 quarterback. They say, hey, call him round 5 quarterback then. You got round 5 quarterback outplaying round 3 quarterback. Round 5 quarterback should at least get some more opportunities. You strip the names. You strip whatever you got biases of those players. Oh, Stefanski must have wanted him. But guess what? He was getting beat in practice. The other guy was earning other reps. Maybe he wasn't beat. Other guy was earning other reps. That's the easiest thing to call out contextually, since we're not in the huddle. We're not hearing game plans. That's the easiest way to say. Other guy earned more reps and didn't get reps. Didn't get it. That's why we're here. And that did not get called out in that interview. Main stage, national media, did not get called out in that interview. And people are wondering, big media is wondering, why is this being brought up so hard? Why is there video on this channel every day? Because big media, small market media, is not doing their job, asking the tough questions. Literally got called entertainers and just sat there and took it by Dillon Gabriel, of all people. Of all people. Literally just sat there. No counter. You know, if this was the UFC, there would be counters. That's the difference between other sports and the NFL. Like, in the NFL, from what I'm noticing, because I study all these teams when it comes to training camp, OTAs, minicamps, I watch all the beat reporters and all that, all the interviews. Like, they walk on eggshells. There's some of them that will ask the questions, but it's few and far between. But when something's stated, you got to follow back. There's got to be a why. How come? What's your confidence level on this? Like what? Like, what's the example? Like these common sense things. They're not even, like, dicey. They're not even dicey or spicy. Like, they say a statement and you come back, show me an example. That's all you got to do. You guys sat there and let Dillon Gabriel say what he wanted. You didn't come back with anything. There wasn't anything to come back. And there's other instances, and we just had one right there. Oh, I guess we're just talking about him. He's a good kid. We're just talking. No, it's because the situation, guys like me, gals like me, coming up on their platform saying, hey, this guy earned more opportunity. We saw what happened during the draft. It is what it is. We're now seeing a guy that earns more opportunity. And that's it. That's it, baseline. Whatever you want after that, starting, more reps in preseason, more this, more that. He did earn more opportunity. Oh, I saw it on preseason. Did you watch preseason? Did you watch all 22? I guess you don't know ball. No, it ain't about that. No. May, June, July, August. Crushed Dillon Gabriel in practices. Crushed him when it comes to accuracy, reps, big plays, accuracy when it comes to completion rates. You're looking at these drills, and then when I pull up something like this, Dillon Gabriel missing the net, looking poor. Oh, it's not fair. Someone said it wasn't fair. And I'm just going over the clips, and I just happened to laugh at it while I was ranting that day. Because I'm going to make fun of whatever happens. Shedeur misses, I'm going to make fun of it. I don't care. I'm not a Browns fan. I'm not a Browns beat writer. I'm not a Browns guy. I will cover high school football recruiting, and I will cover Colorado's whole class from top to bottom. And most of my followers from that don't like it when I talk Shedeur, when I don't really do. But I'm doing it here because there's an angle here. I ain't gonna lie, there's an angle here. Today's angle is the beat writers. Today's angle is the storylines, the big media. Not understanding, like not taking the time. And it's more than just like, oh man, if he got these, like he earned the opportunities. Like no one's going over the examples of how he earned the opportunities. It's all here on the channel. It's like a diary of Shedeur Sanders. And I got it. I'm the only person that's done it. The other guy's that one guy from ESPN Cleveland, that old dude that argues, but I think that might be a bit between him and the other old dude, the grumpy old man. But it is what it is. I did not expect this video to be this long. I did not expect it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But again, he earned more reps. He earned more opportunities. I'm not saying he's supposed to start. He earned more reps. And if he excelled with that, he earned more reps. And then eventually it is what it is. But he earned more reps. And now we're waiting hours and hours for him to get reps in practice in 11 versus 11s. Take away the names. And then you put those storylines, May, June, July, August together. Round 1 quarterback, round 3 quarterback. Reps are switching around. Anywhere else. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt was playing good, got some opportunities. He was playing good. They added more reps. They added more opportunities. We covered that on the channel. We were covering that. And it came out early. It was there early. He was getting more opportunities. 7th round pick. Veterans. It happens every year. Happens with a lot of teams. Oh, he just sucks. It's just this. Didn't you see him? He earned it in practice. It was even before the preseason game. It was before that. You're late. You're late. You weren't here to the party. You weren't invited if you're just coming in for that preseason game, because there's more to this. There's more to this. It's more than just the draft stock. Throw that out there. Just throw that out there. Throw it away. Just call it round 3 versus round 5. And now you just put all that together. And not, on top of that, you're hurting both quarterbacks. You're just hurting both quarterbacks. Him and Gabriel. Gabriel needs competition because he's not good enough to be a starter. That's evident. He's not good enough to be a starter. So he needs competition. He needs his feet to the fire because he had those bad runs of practices. That's evident. You didn't do that. You're just granting him opportunity because after that, there was no changes after you got a guy under him that's running hot. I mean, it's all adding together. It's all adding together. This is mismanaged. They're going to misplay some assets. It's going to be like the Cowboys and Micah Parsons, where they should have been more proactive. They need to be more proactive. They should have been more proactive. They're late. They're late. Everything's late. You might have 2 damaged rookie quarterbacks right now. And now you could have had, especially with Shedeur, your franchise quarterback. Maybe you didn't check under the hood. You don't know if there's an engine there. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. You did not get him opportunities with the ones. You did not get him much opportunities with live pass rushes. You got him in that preseason game everyone's going to keep talking about in the comments. But you're late in the party on that one. You did not get opportunities where the true speed's there. You do not know what you have. You do not know what you have right now. And you probably got 2 damaged quarterbacks. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. But there's a chance of that. There's a chance of that. And that's what the Browns do. The Browns are going to be the Browns. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. One day for watching. Catch you on the next video.